Good afternoon all, my name's Dave. You'll be very pleased to know I'm going to show you all the moves that you couldn't do. I'm only joking, don't lose it over enough. No, really, I'm just here to talk to you a little bit about how God's impacted my life and how He's basically changed the way I view things, okay? Very briefly, a little bit of background. About when I was roughly about 7 years old, my mum and dad split up. Never saw my dad again after that. And then she remarried a few years later, and my stepdad brought me and my brother up as his own. 8 years ago, my mum died, which hit me really, really hard. Worse still was about a month after my mum died, my dad sold the house and disappeared off with another woman, and never saw him again, basically. So it was like a double sort of whammy, if you know what I mean. Present day, got an amazing wife, 2 great kids. They love church, they've always gone to church, to understand the whole church thing. Because of what happened to me in the past, I never really got it, and I was always, I had like a wall, I could never understand church. Every Sunday used to come around and it was like, find an excuse not to go, you know what I mean? It was just really not my scene. That all changed for about a year and a half ago. I remember laying in bed one night, really late, my wife's asleep, I've got an early start the following day, and I pulled a muscle in my chest. It'd been bothering me for about 3 days or something, and it was like really hard to breathe, and I was, thinking, this is really not good. Am I having a heart attack or something or what? And I'm laying there and I'm thinking, I've heard all these great things about what God can do, and my wife's constantly telling me trust in God. And I'm thinking, I'm going to pray about it, I'll see what He can do. Just not really expecting a great deal. So I'm laying there and praying and whatever. And anyway, I wake up the next morning, completely refreshed, best night's sleep I've ever had in my life. And the best thing was the pain had completely gone. And I'm thinking, okay, God, you've got my attention. And it was like that wall, I suddenly got like a few bricks missing. I could see something started to click. And anyway, a couple of weeks later, much to my wife's amazement, I'm ushering everyone to church. And we get here, we sit in the back in the corner out of the way like we always did. And the whole service was about new believers. And it was like, you go to these hotels, you get like a welcome pack. Well, this was like God's welcome pack. It was just an amazing, surreal day. Just went out with a big smile on my face, and yeah, it was just amazing. And from that moment on, I sort of felt like I was changing. I changed the way I viewed people. I wasn't judging people as much. My whole life started to change. I even started a blog to track my journey and share, because I wanted to express this new amazing discovery I made. And, a bit of a late bloomer me, so I thought I'd tell everybody else what I found. So, I started a blog to help track that. And anyway, when I'm doing that sort of Bible plan as well, just trying to cram everything in, it came to about beginning of June last year, and I got to a bit on forgiveness. Now, we all do the Lord's Prayer and forgives our sins as we forgive those that sin against us and all that, and I've always said that, and I've always had this niggling thing about my dad and my stepdad. I could never, I always knew I would never forgive them then, what do you mean? And I thought, well, I'm doing this big thing, it all seems to be about forgiveness, it's telling me something, so I thought I'll pray about it. And as I was doing this, it was a great release. It was just like a whole weight being lifted off my shoulders, and the anger had all gone, resentment, everything, just gone. I just felt really at peace and happy. And it was just amazing. 2 weeks, and also when I was just after that, I thought I'd write my blog, tell everyone about it, and I wrote my blog that if my dad ever knocked on my door, I'd welcome him back with open arms. Which, obviously, that was a big turn for me. So anyway, 2 weeks later, unfortunately, my gran died. I did a reading at her funeral, which me standing in public and telling people things is not really what I do, as you can probably tell. So, I did this, and then after the funeral, my uncle came up to me, and he says, Dave, I need to, tell you something. And he looked really sheepish, like, and he says, I had a phone call this morning from your dad. I'm like, okay. He said, give me his number, and he basically said to me, he'd love to hear from you. I'm like, whoa, you didn't waste any time with that long ago. I was just amazed. It was amazing. The day I buried my gran, I gained my real dad I had since I was 7. I also gained a stepmom, another brother, 2 sisters, and a gran I had since I was 7. So it was like an amazing thing. That's basically just explains to me God's perfect timing, because 6 months before, I don't think I took the number, to be honest. So basically, that's basically a snapshot of my life. So that's how God's impacted my life. I just want to ask you one thing. What could God change in your life? What could make a difference in your life that God could do? Anyway, thank you for listening, and God bless.